check this out.
It's that time of the year once again. A new season of anime. And, well, in the case of my friend David, he has not experienced the seasonal anime.
I knew
First time ever.
Anime was out like every year because like they pump them out like Steam games, like they Steam indie games, like they just pump out a bunch of bull.
This first one had a pre-release before the winter season, so it's not going to actually be out for, I think, until February. I might be wrong. But that, of course, is Vlad Love. I know you had something great to say about this one.
I hate this. I think watching this, I genuinely felt like I really hate anime. I don't ever want to watch this genre ever again.
Did you just say genre? Did you just refer to anime, a medium, as a genre? That is so uncultured of you.
I think after watching Vlad Love, I don't care about this culture anymore. You can go itself.
So Vlad Love, it's your typical type of story. You know, you got your guy.
It is not typical at all. It's like someone like is sexually frustrated, unleashed all his anger and anguish towards the world. That's what I felt like.
That's like every anime though, David. That's the problem. A lot of anime is borderline hentai most of the time.
This one wasn't that well. Okay, at points it was. Actually, never mind what I'm saying. It completely was. It was.
The nurse got like naked.
Yeah.
And then we still haven't
for no reason.
What it's about.
There's no reason.
Okay, so like the guy. I'm assuming it's a guy. His school uniform is a skirt.
Why is he wearing a skirt?
I guess their school uniform is everyone wears a skirt. I'm not sure.
Is it progressive? Is it like boys can wear skirts?
Maybe he's just metrosexual because we know that he's interested in women.
Yeah, this is literally the main plot. He is obsessed with blood.
Yes, he is. There was a line in here though. The nurse said some sort of comment about how he seems like some guy who'd be playing Fallout 4.
Yes, I saw it.
Is that like actually in the dialogue?
I don't think there's much to say about it. It's just a horny show. If you're watching this video and you're like, you know, a horny vampire pervert, then this is a show for you.
We were gonna have another guest with us on the show today. He couldn't be here today, but he went ahead and he sent in what he thought, you know, about each of the animes that we've watched. Rob Adie, anime expert. Let's see what he had to say.
Oh, okay.
Vlad Love is a really dark romance anime. I guess that's the category I'd give it. It's about these teenage schoolgirls who are history majors, and they all have a major crush on Vlad the Impaler. So, using a magic book, they go back into the past, and they all try to court him. Basically, it's a harem anime starring Vlad the Impaler. And, you know, all the girls, like, want him, and, like, you know, he's, like, busy, you know, impaling people and dipping his bread in their blood and stuff. And like there's a scene where like he's going to nail a hat on someone's head, and they're all fighting over who gets to hold the nail for him. Yeah, it's not just about Vlad though, because there's subplots with the other girls falling in love with other historical figures. Like the one line the girl says is, "Ivan's not so terrible after all." Anyway, if you're into historical fiction, but like you like it all cutesified, and you don't mind a lot of scenes of people getting impaled, I'd highly recommend this anime. The cast of Naruto make a cameo in it. You know, their dead bodies do. They're just impaled for some reason. I don't know if this was shots fired or a playful dig. I don't know who made this anime or who'd want to watch it.
All right, and that's Rob's review of Vlad Love.
He's incorrect. Wait, what? Was that actually correct?
So we just saw, right? Vlad
Wait,
Love.
I don't remember Vlad the Impaler.
So moving on, we have redo of Healer. So this, I keep referring to this one as...
Healer is a little-known anime that pretty much had a cult following, but little success. So when they decided to redo Healer, there's some hype. You know, people were hoping that, like, maybe they would do it right. It hits all the right notes that you'd expect from an anime. You know, you got anthropomorphic cat girls, giant robots, big booby ladies, and anthropomorphized stuff. But Honestly, they really don't do anything too out of the box with it. The one thing that they did do that's actually quite subversive of most anime is that all the girls you see are over the age of 18. So I know that's actually like, very, very different for anime. Another thing they do about it, their use of like the chibi forms. In this anime, when someone turns chibi, they can never turn back, and they're stuck that way for the rest of the anime. Which it sounds funny, but it's not. There's only like one time that joke works, but the rest of the time it's kind of distracting, because it's like we're trying to have a dramatic death scene, but like everyone looks like a South Park character. All in all, you're better off watching the original Healer. And the dub is better.
I can't believe these facts.
We have to talk about this revolutionary feat of technology that is X-Arm. So a lot of people already kind of knew that this was going to be a shit show, because like this was actually one of the most disliked videos of 2020 that was anime related, was an X-Arm trailer that aired from Crunchyroll. And a lot of people were just commenting on how wonky the animation looked, but no one could have been prepared for what the show actually was.
Yeah, I wrote down in the notes, I wrote down, did someone at Rooster Teeth get their hands shot? What happened?
I actually wrote down in my notes, so I said I can't decide if this looks better or worse than Ruby. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it does look better. I mean, not better, worse than Ruby. But I don't know. This show has a charm to it that I can never let go of it. Like, yeah, I'll keep watching this show. I think we made an agreement on watching this show before recording.
I think we did say that because we just want to see like where this is gonna go.
Yes, I didn't like really pay attention the first time, but like I sent you like when I was watching the opening, I sent you a video of like me watching the opening.
Yeah,
that was the funniest. All of them move the same fucking. The literal protagonist has like a gaping wide mouth. He's like breathing through his mouth in the opening.
Oh, but that's all he can do, because you see, they only animate the mouth. They have the same expression for the entire 20-something minutes.
It's just it's just how they move. They're like awkward mannequins. It's
yeah. I was laughing during the opening because like the
opening is awesome. They all have the same face, but I like that the protagonist starts off T-pose.
And of course, you can't have an isekai style anime without someone being hit by a car or a truck.
That scene was so funny. I did not.
Some woman was being assaulted, and he's like, "Hey, stop!" And like,
he gets hit by a truck.
I think that's what happened.
No, I remember that scene where he decides to turn back and like save her, and he gets hit by a truck. And I'm like, I know another anime did this.
Oh, another anime did this? David, several anime that came out this season that I mentioned that like I just stopped watching a few minutes in did this.
But there's a popular one.
This is actually a trope. This is a trope. See, people call this trope Truck-kun. You can look it up online. Truck-kun is a trope character of a truck that basically appears at the beginning of any isekai anime where, it's going to send that character right into that world by killing them. So this won't be the last we see of Truck-kun if we end up watching more and more.
Bro, I hate how it okay, I literally fixed this scene in my notes. I literally fixed it. The animation is unfixable, and I hope they never do fix it because it's the funniest anime of the year. His brother was telling him, do a heroic act or whatever, just whatever the fuck he was telling him, right? That's what it motivated him. Do something out of the box and be a hero. But when he was about to do it, he's like, no, I'm not going to listen to my brother, and I'm going to do exactly what he said. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I think it would have been better if he would have just at least attempted it and failed miserably, but not killed by a fucking truck, if not killed by the fucking people that were assaulting the woman. That's so that...
Okay, the thing about this, though, that we're not even bringing up or mentioning, because I used the word isekai, because, of course, we do see at the beginning, he's hit by the truck, and he's reborn inside of this like a machine, like
yes,
a couple decades later.
He is literally reborn. He is the world when he's reborn. He's not a character. He is the entire...
His consciousness is still existing in that machine.
Yeah. But then he takes control of this woman. Of this
woman who seems to be like an android.
Yeah.
She has a consciousness too, because she's able to talk to him inside of like his mind.
Yes.
And like she literally invites him in, like consensually.
Yes,
it's just
no
like
reason.
Consensually is just like come inside me, and he's just like, all right, and I'm like, all right, that's cool.
All right, coming inside a woman, that sounds awesome. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's really cool anime, guys. But you know, like I feel like from there it just made no sense. Like him just saying
from
like,
there's when it made no sense.
Oh, okay, well, see, because before that, right? You know, they established this futuristic world. You know, the fact that like there's this villain who has like this ability to just put his hand through anything because he's got like this weird like mechanical thing, glove or hand that allows him to do so. He literally puts his finger unconsensually through another female character, and thankfully that was stopped. Yeah, he could put his hand through anything. Like we saw him put his hand through walls, and it was crazy.
So like I'm guessing that's his power. Like he's intangible.
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not entirely sure either. I'm not entirely sure what he was fighting against. Really, I have no idea. Like they didn't establish anything.
Yeah, okay, so I did some research, right? And like I wanted to see like what was this? And I found out this was originally a manga, same name, and in the manga, the art actually looks really good. None of that translates over into this. This was apparently Western produced mainly.
Oh, was it?
But with a Japanese production studio. So
so there must have been a lot of like miscommunications then.
Crunchyroll had a big hand in this, basically. In this production of it. Which we didn't even get into like the weird wonky things, like the fact that like there's characters that have like 2D characters talking to like a 3D model.
The 2D characters no, another thing I want to mention. One of the characters, when they were talking, their mouth would move at random moments of the conversation.
Oh yeah, it was never matched up properly.
No, like it was at points, the character was baring its teeth like an animal, like it was trying to scare me or something. It was so weird. It was terrible. Granted, I'm going to keep watching this. Like,
I can't wait.
I can't wait for the next episode.
So people who read the anime, people who read the manga of this, no, they've said before like this is like, you know, they've totally ruined it in this anime because apparently the manga is actually not bad. So if we can stomach the wonky animation, I'm sure we're probably gonna be in for a decent story here. So
I don't care.
It'll be a fun. I think it's gonna be a fun ride.
Oh, I'm gonna watch this regardless. Like, it's gonna be a fun ride, no question. Like, I'm excited to like do weekly recaps of this fucking show.
Apparently, the manga is also like more ecchi. It's so like there's more horny stuff going on in there.
Oh, come on! What's going on?
So they apparently tamed it down, you know, for this.
Thank God. You know, I'm tired of horny mangas, dude. Like, I'm just trying to watch a cartoon right now. I'm not trying to get like, you know, incited by a hand-drawn imagination of a 40-year-old man.
Was I the only one who thought the white girl, the white hair girl?
What?
She looks kind of like Tubi from.
Yes, I thought so too.
Anyway, let's see what our anime expert Rob had to say.
Exarum is a harem anime about this gray-haired woman with a bunch of heads growing out of her body. She doesn't know which one of them she wants to date, because all of them have such great features. She's being chased by an organization of headhunters who want all the heads on her body, as she would be the ultimate catch for these headhunters. These headhunters also do not have any heads. They're the headless headhunters hunting her heads. So anyway, she ends up working at a hat store and using all the heads on her body to model the different kinds of hats. This gets her hat brands famous, and she's able to sell hats to everyone all over the world. Until one day, while chilling at the bus stop, the headhunters find her, and they are not happy. What happens next? You're going to have to tune into the anime to find out.
All right.
Wait, what? There's multiple heads?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I do. I can't tell when he's joking or not.
Listen,
I genuinely
he's an anime
can't tell.
expert. Okay, he knows way more than we do. You know,
I don't know what's
he's
a
seen
joke
1,000
or not.
anime, 1,000 days of anime. You know, like he's the guy. He's the guy we gotta know.
I guess
all the facts from.
Sure, I believe him. But at this point, like I'm in for a ride then.
So up next, we have So I'm a Spider. So what?
Oh, so I actually like this. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought
this is
cute.
another one that I could see us continuing, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought it was charming. I didn't mind it. I thought it was like a unique concept. I thought it was different.
Another isekai, of course. It's a popular, dude. It's a very popular genre. You're gonna get used to me hearing, like, you're gonna get used to just hearing that genre.
Isekai, yeah. I'm gonna say that from now on. I'm gonna just randomly tell someone that like I'm talking to, and I'm just gonna say, like, you're living through an isekai right now. Did you know that, Jeffrey? And what the fuck are you talking about? Like, well,
yeah,
Jeffrey,
dude. You could be like, yo, Jeffrey. Remember that movie, The Matrix? Yeah, that's an isekai. Bro.
Dude. Yeah. If you really think about it, Chronicles of Narnia, isekai. The animation I didn't mind. Sometimes it would bother me because they did the same thing that fucking X Arm or whatever the hell that show is called.
Oh yeah, there was some 3D animation in there. It didn't bother me though.
No, but it was mixed in with some 2D.
Yeah,
that was kind of jarring. I don't understand why they do that. Maybe it's because of budget things or just like I don't know.
Certain things are hard to be animated. I can understand why they went 3D because some of these moments might be hard to animate in 2D, might be too time consuming. Like they didn't really introduce too much in this first episode. Like they introduced like an appraisal system. Like what was that all about? It was kind of like a RPG style type of system.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I guess this is like a different take on the RPG thing where like you're reincarnated in whatever the hell God makes you be reincarnated in. Because like
you're a spider.
Yeah. I'm taking it akin more of like maybe it's like more of a roguelite. Like maybe she dies and spawns again because they did introduce the whole reincarnation thing.
Well, I don't know because they showed that she was inside of like the chicken at the end of
yeah, that's true.
Like, at the end of the episode because like they showed like the banquet happening.
Yeah,
and there was her and a frog were somehow
and
inside
there's
of a
this whole
chicken.
royal family or some weird nonsense going on, which was like when I started getting disinterested.
Well, see, the thing with the royal family, I don't know if you paid attention to this because I think this is also important because I believe they've also been isekai'd. I believe they were also people from her class, like her friends or something.
Oh, okay.
Because they mentioned how like the red hair girl was like originally like a guy or something.
Okay, that makes sense. But
how
I don't care. I like the Spider Girl. That was what hooked me on the show.
Yeah.
But like I don't like the whole royal family because I think they're trying to build a plot on that.
One of them looked like a Digimon. The you know what I'm talking about towards the end?
The red lizard one? The red like
no, it was like a purple thing and had like purple eyes.
Oh yes, I know. Okay, I thought you were talking about one literally looks like the red Digimon. I forgot its name. Like the red Akumon.
But yeah, I don't know how I felt about those supporting characters. Maybe we'll like them. We didn't get to see them too often. Like, yeah, I just wanted to see more of the spider because the spider was entertaining me.
Yeah, no, the whole spider thing is super entertaining. I like that it spawned and it's all cute, and then the rest of the spiders are like horrible nightmares.
Yeah, dude, they're all terrifying compared to.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Yeah, and that's how it happens. That's Rob. What do you thought?
Horimiya is a very strange.
That's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Let's ask Rob.
Kumo Desu ga Nani ka is actually an anime that does not exist. Try finding it on the internet. You can't. It isn't real. We made it up. This was all just a giant hoax. It was inspired by a fever dream I had. You see, what happened was I accidentally chugged a whole bottle of NyQuil, and I was staring off at my ceiling when I saw these spiders crawling all over my ceiling. Whether or not I had a spider infestation or I was hallucinating, I did not know. All I thought to myself was like, hey, what if these spiders look like Bulbasaur and like we made an anime about them? So I pitched it to my friend who's good at drawing, and he was like, oh dude, what if I draw up a poster and post it online and we'll pretend like it's a real anime, because let's be real, no one would ever watch something this stupid. So yeah, that's the story behind Kumo Desu Nani. Yeah, I don't even think that's real Japanese. So.
All right, well, there you
Rob
go.
all right?
Yeah, I mean, of course he's all right. I mean, he was breathing a little heavy there. I'm
At
really
the
worried.
end, he's like getting excited.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he went for a run during that. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's
okay. I can for sure tell that what he was saying there was 100% accurate. So good for Rob.
Yeah,
He's the anime expert.
I'm glad that we have such a great anime expert on our side here.
I agree. Someone to do the research for us.
Yeah, exactly. So up next, we've got a rom-com. The first rom-com that I've seen of this anime season, and that's Horimiya.
Which one's that one?
You didn't watch it?
I don't remember if I did or not.
You don't remember Horimiya?
Horimiya? Is that?
It's the one where the guy and the girl, like, they start liking each other because they're seeing the secret side of each other that no one else sees.
Did I see that?
Like, in school, like, he's a nerd, and, like...
Oh, that one! The guy with the piercings?
Yeah, but outside of school, he has, like, the piercings.
Yes, okay, I did see that. The reason I don't remember it because I hated and detested it. It was the most boring shit ever, dude. I, like, could tolerate the other ones because it had some entertaining factor. This shit was just straight up boring. I got bored. I wanted to beat the shit out of this anime because how boring it was. I was so upset watching it. It's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, Gon. I hate it.
I thought it was kind of cute. I don't know.
Fuck you.
Like, because, like, outside of school, like, she's taking care of her, like, younger brother, so she's acting all motherly, and, she cooks and cleans, and no one's ever sees the side of her, with the way her hair is. I actually thought that the scene with the guy was funny, when, like, he was trying to help the other guy. Like, it was, like, the other guy that came up to her, like, came up to him, because, like, he likes her. At the end, like, she thought that they were gay or something.
I like X-Arm, because, like, it's so entertainingly bad. It's like Code Lyoko.
It is like Code Lyoko. Holy shit. I was trying to think what it reminded me of, like the look of it. You nailed it.
Yeah, thank you. I remember the big foreheads. That is something I will never forget. And the opening, which in my brain, I'm 100% sure the opening to Code Lyoko sounds a lot different than it does. Because, like, in my brain, it's like, Code Lyoko. That's how I remember it because my baby brain registered it as that. That's how I remember it. It's like the song goes,
yeah, is there any other, like, popular songs that your brain registered that way at that time?
No, that's the only one that really registered that way.
I'm just confused how that happened. I wasn't like, going to the TV and thinking, like, oh,
that's just how it sounded in my brain.
They're gonna go to that digital world. They're gonna kick ass. Yeah, dude. Code Lyoko. And you're like, Code Lyoko.
We're getting off the. See, this show is so boring. I'd rather talk about Code Lyoko right now.
I mean, I'm having a better time talking about Code Lyoko than I am.
Yeah, see, I've turned you around.
But you know what? Let's see. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, let's see what the anime expert had to say.
Horimiya is a very strange experimental anime. When the series opens up, you think you're just watching an opening intro where, like, it has a shot of all of them, like, arranged, like, vertically, like the Brady Bunch, like they're all in these different windows. But then the music stops and they're still just stuck like that. And they begin to panic and freak out, like, where am I? What's going on? Why am I trapped in this square space? And, they all begin to argue with each other and have existential dread. Eventually, the story details as they slowly go insane and die. The green-haired one, he starves to death. The blonde one, she figures out that she can use her psychic powers to teleport into different squares. So she goes over to the one with the guy in the blue square, and she takes his glasses and then she eats him. And the pink guy, he just can't stand all this turmoil, so he just bashes his head against the wall until he dies. Blondie, she's not done yet. She goes over to the purple-haired guy, and she seduces him and makes him his partner in crime. Before she can get to the rest of the cast, though, the other four escape, and now it's them four versus these two. And what happens next, you're just going to have to tune into the anime to find out. It's very experimental, very violent. It's not like anything I've ever seen before.
See, I feel like, he made that show sound way more entertaining than what we watched.
Yeah, I think I don't know if we saw the same show. I think he was like on some sort of like hallucinogenic or something watching the show because it was. I don't think it was experimental.
Maybe we watched the wrong show. I don't know.
Maybe we saw two different shows.
Yeah, I think
maybe
that's
it was
what's
more like
going on
Horimiya and we Horimiya.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. Moving on to Cells at Work, Code Black.
Yeah, second best one we've seen.
Yeah, this one was really cool. For people who are obviously already familiar with Cells at Work, this is kind of like a completely alternate version of it, where this is inside of an unhealthy person's body. You got all these like red blood cell people, working around in there and having to make sure the system is running properly.
Yeah, and they're dying.
And dying in gruesome, brutal ways. I mentioned to David how, before we recorded, how this is kind of like a spin-off from the original. Because the original was inside of like a healthy person's body.
I know I've seen the shows on Netflix, the healthy one, I guess.
Yeah, and that one's like more, like fun, informative. This one's like the more edgy, like action-packed.
Yeah,
like,
everyone's just moody and angry.
Yeah, because all the toxins. That's why, man.
No, I was like, this is rocks. Everyone's just grumpy and upset.
It kind of gave me like Doom vibes at one point. I was like, it was pretty badass.
The movie or the video game?
Like the video game.
Oh.
Yeah, like when they're fighting off like the toxins.
Why Doom?
I don't know, because it just reminds me of fighting off demons, Like
I guess the bacteria did look like one of the demons at Doom.
Yo, and white blood cell, that's my new waifu of this year.
Because you love her gazungas? That she had enormous gazungas?
She's great.
She
white
is
blood
great.
cell, man.
Yeah, it's true. She will protect you. She will protect your red blood cell.
Exactly.
Yeah, she'll like destroy those bacteria. Which I honestly, when you said it was like a spin-off from like Cells at Work, I was like, what the hell? Is this like something that happens afterwards, before? Is it a prequel? And like, I guess, like you told me, I guess it's just an unhealthy body. But
yeah,
it was awesome. I like all the greasy, like all the cholesterol clog. I like the smoking cigarettes thing. It's so gross.
This anime will actually make you want to make sure that you're like a healthy person. Like it'll remind you that if you're not a healthy person, you're watching it, like you're gonna need to get your act together.
It's like anime Osmosis Jones, really.
Totally. No, that is definitely the vibe of it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this is like more mature, like this version of it. But yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Osmosis Jones has scenes like of police brutality, so I don't know.
That's true.
You don't see that in Cells at Work. You don't see police brutality at Cells at Work.
But I enjoyed it. I like the main, the two main characters. I mean, they introduced White Blood Cell, later into the episode.
But she has a pretty strong introduction.
I thought so. I also thought so.
I thought the Purple Hill guy was gonna last longer. I liked him. He's a grumpy boss.
Yeah, he was gone too soon. Rest in peace.
I wanted to build him up more or something. I thought it was gonna be a more prominent character.
But that just showed how dangerous this body is that they're inside of.
Yeah, I guess so. No, yeah. I mean, like when they were walking, something just cracked me up in this whole show. Like when the training video, like the guy's super happy when they show up to him. The bald fat guy in the training video, and then they show up to him, and he's like all like sad and upset. And he's like, "Took too long. Bring the oxygen." And then he says, "I thought you were like, I thought we needed to tell you our name whenever we showed up." He's like, "That video was like that's like the old video. They're still showing that." I was like, "What?" It's like that was years ago when this body was in better shape. I'm like curious to see how the body looks like.
Yeah, I want to see, like, now this kind of makes me want to go back to like the original and see like, how the body was when it was like a healthy body.
Yeah, this is like, wait, is this like a sequel?
So apparently this is a spin-off. Like there is an actual sequel that came out this season. So there's 2 Cells at Work series that are airing right now.
Okay. But like Dark, is this just the same body but an an alternate universe, or is it like a different body?
See, that's what I'm not sure about.
Okay.
It might be a different one entirely, because like I know this is made by the original creator, and I do know that this is like an official spin-off, but
Mhm.
it doesn't look like there was. Yeah, I guess there was a manga for it, the Code Black version. Yeah, there was,
Okay.
and there still is. It's ongoing.
So yeah, go read that, you buffoongus.
Yeah, and apparently there was an OVA that aired on
Oh.
January 4th.
Dude,
For
honestly,
Cells at Code Black.
if it was me 2 years ago, when you mentioned OVA, I used to think OVAs were only like the pervy versions of like anime.
It's so funny that you say that. My buddy Harrison, I remember
Yeah.
like he thought that the one time. Like, you know what? It is kind of true though in most cases, because like OVAs, they could fit a lot of things on there, such as like Blu-ray, DVD content only. They could put stuff
Yeah.
on there that you
Well-
won't make it on TV. Guys, if this anime taught me anything, stop eating burgers, stop
Don't smoke
smoking
cigarettes. Yeah, take it away, anime expert Robert.
If you haven't heard of the Cells at Work series, what have you been living under a rock? It's the series that looks inside the human body, but turns all your lovely blood cells and like plasma and stuff into like cute anime girls and stuff, and they're adorable and stuff. Now, Code Black, that one is a really great special worth checking out. It's about a boy who can't have milk, right? And his body is just so weak. And the cells are just like, why are we in such a weak body? This is awful. What ends up happening is they end up meeting some cells from a strong milk drinker, and there's conflict there. This poor boy who can't have milk is really weak, and he's struggling to survive, and like no one likes him, and he can't get a date. And you just kind of see the cells in his body just struggling to keep this poor husk of a man running. It's very dramatic. It's also sad at times. Yeah, kids, drink your milk.
I feel like he dropped his phone at the end.
He did. I'm pretty sure he did. I hope his phone is okay.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, that's a good PSA. Remember to drink your milk. Remember to stay hydrated, guys.
That's true.
Guys, if you've been watching, if you made it this far into the video, stay hydrated. Go get a water right now.
Get a water.
If you have to pause the video, leave it running, just run. Just turn up the volume, go run, get water. You'll still hear us talking. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just get hydrated.
Still hear us. Yeah, listen to this wonderful sound as you're running.
What is that? What is happening?
Listen to those sounds as
was
you're
that?
running. That was the sound of motivation.
Okay, well, the sound of gnarly, super cool skateboarding Tony Hawk Underground is
Talk about the best fucking show we've seen. No
yes,
question.
the best anime we've seen.
It is literally something that like is actually not horrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, this is the one that we're gonna have to like actually like we legitimately, no matter what, we're gonna be keeping up with this one.
Mhm. Yeah,
On the
it's
channel.
cool. I
We're
like
doing-
it. It's a skate anime with like a lot of like cool, colorful characters.
Yeah, and the opening wasn't bad.
The opening was awesome.
And the
Fucking
soundtrack.
rocked.
The soundtrack was good too.
Yeah, it's all good. I like
It
there's a
had a good-
clown.
Yep, there was definitely a as you would say, a juggalo in there.
A clown, and his name is Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow the Juggalo, man.
It's a clown named Shadow. That's fucking awesome.
Yep. He was cool. He was like, he kind of turned these races into like Mario Kart, because he would like throw stuff at people.
That's like hand grenades and AK-47s.
Yeah. Because this isn't regular skateboarding. Like, the way they would, I wrote in my notes here, like, the way they would race down these sort of like tracks that were all like dirt tracks, it kind of reminded me of, have you ever seen the Barbie Jeep racing? I don't blame you if you don't know what I'm talking about.
The actual fuck up. What is that? Yeah, too bad. Whoa, this guy's writing. What the hell? Continue with the actual show we're talking about.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, it kind of reminded me of these sort of Jeep races, That's the
Because there's a
vibe.
bunch of a shit ton of people. There's like underground skateboard racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, and I thought they were gonna do. Honestly, I like the white haired guy. I forgot his name, but
Oh, snowboard dude.
yeah, I like that. I thought they were gonna do like, oh, he's just magically a fucking skateboarder, but they're like, it made sense. He used to be a snowboarder. I was like, wow, that's actually clever. Good
Made
job.
sense. But I would like to say, once again, wear your helmet, guys, and more importantly, don't tape your feet to the skateboard. Like, this guy, yeah, he was able to do it, but you're gonna die.
More importantly, guys, you're not a cartoon character. You cannot do anything.
Wow, the way to motivate the audience. You cannot do anything. Unless you're a cartoon character, you'll amount to nothing.
Well,
wait, you know what? They didn't wear a helmet, but at least they wore gloves.
They wore gloves. They wore their shoes, pants, underwear, and t-shirt.
And of course, the main character, he's depicted to be kind of like a guy who's like a loner. Like, he doesn't have any friends, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
He's working at like some sort of
skate shop
type of job, yeah.
Yep. Doing deliveries.
Yeah, doing deliveries here and there, but on his board, which is broken in the first beginning of this, because of course the way these races work is they usually put, I guess, their board up as collateral if they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So in the case of this, he lost to Clown Man, and Clown Man just completely destroyed his board. Yeah. But the destroyed board did come into play later on, because when he met Snowboard Guy was really desperate for a job, and they did that whole delivery because Snowboard Guy was able
He's
to
from
drive.
Like, what country was he from? He said he was from a specific.
He said he was from Canada.
Canada.
Canadian anime character.
Yeah. First time ever.
I don't know if that's the first time, but
I mean, can you name one?
No, I really can't.
Okay. I've proven my point. Something I don't really talk about much because other animes suck ass. This show had really good animation. The animation is beautiful in this show.
It's really fluid.
Yes, the ending part was wonderful when he was like snowing or whatever.
Oh yeah, it was cool because they were intercutting like with his past of how this is his first time like going down a hill like this fast on a skateboard, but he taped his feet to it like a snowboard, and he kept having like this sort of like cut back to the past of his time snowboarding and realizing how similar it really was in a way. And I thought that was really cool, like the fact that he was kind of using his knowledge from that, because he almost messed up at one point. When he realized like, oh yeah, this has wheels. I have to think about that, because he was going to do like his usual sort of thing that you would do on a snowboard where you go on the edges, because that was kind of cool too. He was like riding on the edge of the skateboard like it was a snowboard at times.
This show has a really good cast too. Did I mention the cast?
Yeah, no, the cast was good. I liked the main guy, Reki.
Reki was his name?
Wasn't that his name?
I don't remember. You were
red hair Reki. I mean, I don't remember Canadian Snowboard Dude. I just remember him as Canadian Snowboard Dude. I don't remember his name. There was a shopkeeper. He was pretty chill. He seemed like a nice guy.
I don't know what the fuck the villain is, by the way. I want to mention that.
The villain, I don't think the villain is Juggalo Man, because...
No, I know he's not Juggalo Man because they show him in the intro.
Yeah.
Like some weird corporate businessman.
Oh, yeah, they showed a lot of characters towards the end there too that were watching the showdown, and they were like, oh yeah, like I'm an important character that's standing here right now. You can tell by my design.
Yeah, they were saying like just typical anime things. He has potential to become the greatest snowboard/skater ever.
Their friendship was cool, like how it was formed. Believable enough, some might think they might have rushed into that part of it, but I thought it was fine.
A little bit. It felt like a little bit rushed.
Yeah, but it was still fine. Like the way they met.
I'd rather have that, honestly, over the you're my rival. You are.
Yeah, because they were like actually friendly with each other.
Yeah.
And like he was learning about what bentos were because he wasn't originally from Japan. Enough about whatever. Let's just see what our anime expert had to say on this last anime here for today.
Skate Infinity, or Ska Forever is the alternate English title, is a anime about a boy named Geki who just really loves to skateboard. Along the way one day while skating to school, he almost runs over a baby turtle and has to swerve to avoid hitting him. The turtle is grateful and becomes his friend, which is good because Reki doesn't have any human friends. Before long, all of Reki's friends are turtles, and he becomes the kind of human king of the turtles in the swamp. He begins to wear a makeshift shell on his back and shaves his head, all the while teaching the baby turtles how to skate. This all goes tragically wrong, however, when one day while crossing the road, a big truck comes out of nowhere and he panics and attempts to hide in his shell. He is smushed by the truck. The turtles band together and decide that they're going to win the big skate race in the abandoned mine by pulling together and using their turtle numbers and their turtle love of Geki to win the race. They're going to win the race for Reki because he died for them.
Well, I didn't even realize the main character died.
I didn't realize the main character shaved his fucking head and has a turtle shell.
I'm starting to wonder if
have you seen any of these animes?
Or if we've seen the same animes, maybe.
If he's an actual anime expert and he's just a man we found in the street that is high on drugs.
But hey, if you guys want to check out his YouTube channel, it's my friend Rob. Go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. It's in the link in the description.
It's in the link in the description.
We love you, Rob. You went this with no experience in how seasonal anime can be. The fact that there's just a lot of dog shit that gets produced every year.
Well, it's like they said, it's like the Steam green light. We just find a bunch of garbage, but the one gem.
Escape the Infinity.
Yeah.
I think that one's gonna be great. I honestly have high hopes for that one.
Me too.
So we'll see where that goes. All right, guys. We'll see you guys again when any of the episodes of the ones that we said we're going to continue, we're going to come out. We will gladly put up discussions for each episode. So stay tuned.
You can stop recording now.
Yeah, we can. But